What is up, guys? Hope you guys are having a great day. My name is Will. I got my friend Kenson right here, my friend Diego. We are the ANIME-Niacs. Thank you guys for joining us today. Today's topic, yes, back there. We got the sign back there.
We got a little artistic.
Oh yeah. But today's topic, we're gonna be talking about the impact of anime, the appeal of it, why you guys should start watching it, and just kind of going over how it's affected our lives and all the kind of good stuff with that. But I'm not going to waste your time any longer. We're going to start with Diego. So Diego, kind of how did you start watching anime? What got you into it? The appeal, all that kind of good stuff.
So my anime journey started way back.
Way back in time.
I was a wee little lad.
Okay.
Would you say like elementary school?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So my brother was into video games, anime,
Mm-hmm.
so he was kind of like my entryway towards it all. With Pokemon and stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff that's like the Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
All the good stuff. All the good stuff.
But
Saturday.
my first real anime was Dragon Ball, which I started watching because on Nicktoons there was Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Okay.
I do remember that.
I saw a couple episodes of that, and I'm like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's pretty
this is
cool.
good. I like it.
Like these guys are screaming and punching each
Yeah.
other. Like it's sick.
Like, that's all I did
appeal.
as a kid.
That's the appeal. That's the appeal.
Yeah, and then my sister, who knew a little bit about anime, she was like, "Yeah, there was a show before that,"
Mm-hmm.
and she found a website where we could just watch it, and that's where it all started. So, from episode 1, original Dragon Ball, that was the first full anime,
Dang.
and from there I've got over 100 animes on my list.
And how many animes do you think you've seen so far? Like, have fully watched through?
That's tough, because I know on my anime list, which is like the website where you keep
Yeah.
track of your animes, it's got like 160 like
Dang.
separate things
Wait,
checked
dang.
in.
100.
But I know they
Dang.
also I included some like anime movies in
Mhm.
there, and some shows are like separated by seasons and
Mhm.
stuff. But I've watched a good amount.
Man.
What about manga?
Manga, I've only gotten into one manga, which is
Okay.
Black Clover.
Okay.
Mhm.
Said that in episode 1, I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah, Black Clover is one of the mangas I want to start.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm with Naruto.
Yeah.
So after I finish that, which will be in a while, I will start Black Clover because I'm wanting to find another
Yes.
manga. And I know you want to talk
Yeah,
about
I
it.
do
So, like,
wanna
you have
talk
no
about
one.
it.
You're like, oh my gosh, I need someone to talk about it with. So, yeah, we'll be that guy. We got you.
good.
I want to try. You were talking about Mob Psycho.
Mob Psycho.
Yeah.
Mob Psycho.
A lot of my friends, I have a lot of artist friends.
Mhm.
They say Mob Psycho is probably like the best animation they've seen.
Okay. Yeah.
And
That's,
they've even
like-
seen Demon Slayer and stuff like that. Like
oh my god.
Mob Psycho's very stylistic and
Mhm.
very clean, and it looks
Those
so
are the best
good.
ones. The ones that have their own kind of style, but
It's the same people who made One Punch Man, same animators.
Oh, that makes sense. That
see,
makes
then,
sense.
then
yeah.
there we go. Like One Punch Man has some of the cleanest animation, and I mean the fight scenes.
Amazing. Yeah, amazing.
Don't even get me started on the fight scenes of One Punch Man. I've only seen this season 1 of it, and the fights are still
Season
top
2 is
tier.
even better.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's even
Okay.
better.
Okay. So that was Diego's kind of journey. We'll get back to him in a second. But Kenson, what's kind of your beginning, your origin story?
All right, I'd say it started as an 8th grader. I had
Okay.
a teacher. His name was Coach Sutherland,
Okay.
but then he was out like long year, and then we got a substitute teacher
Okay.
from New Zealand.
New Zealand substitute.
Always
teacher.
wanted to go there.
He watched a lot of anime.
Really?
He'd
Okay.
always come in class and he'd just talk about the anime he watched like that night. He never even taught. He just talked about the anime he
Dude,
watched
that's
that
so
night.
cool.
And so it was kind of funny. Like so no. So instead of giving us like actual history tests, he gives like anime tests.
No way.
What?
Yeah,
No
he'd be
way.
like,
Is that allowed?
I don't know, but like.
But I
he
mean,
just
he's a
gives
substitute teacher,
Dude,
so
like,
I
that's
had
true.
substitute teachers do some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like they'd give you a test and be like, the whole test you have to read the directions. If you read the directions, just turn this in blank, and you'd get a 100. So I completely understand some wacko substitute
Dude,
teachers.
It was like bonus, but still like. It
You're-
was
yeah,
like I mean, shoot, I remember. I'm
Yeah.
take the extra points. But then, yeah, he also put me on Naruto. He's like, if you want anime to start with Naruto. I watched Naruto. I was like, wow, this is actually like insane. Because like you know when you're like a little kid, or not necessarily a little kid, but people are like anime is stupid. It's like dorky
Yeah.
or like. you actually watch it,
Yeah.
and then you don't
It's
think that
some of the
you're
most
like,
emotional storytelling that can be told.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Absolutely.
like me specifically. I've learned so much just from anime, like a lot.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like people will be like I was saying, they'll be like, oh, it's just this, it's just that, but you actually like learn things from it. Like they actually
100%.
tell stories.
100%.
You know?
Right.
That's me specifically. It's helped mold me into who I am today, and I like who I am today.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
I
a
like
great,
who I am.
looking
What-
spiffy and
So,
everything.
Like,
Here,
why not?
here we
continue?
are in this amazing podcast.
Yeah,
and
I
you
know.
haven't subscribed.
I know.
Subscribe already.
Yeah,
Come
subscribe.
On. Come
Like,
on.
Hit
do
that
all-
like button,
Bell,
share.
do all of it. Come on, you know what to
Come
do.
on.
You watch other YouTubers, you know what to do. Come on,
You
guys.
know, it's too easy.
But so that was Kenson's origin story. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
Hear about yourself.
So with me, so my anime journey started fairly recently. So it was about, I'd say about 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and I was working at Chick-fil-A, and I would get home really late, like 10 o'clock and 10:30 sometimes. I'd get home late, and I would go up my room and I'd eat my food, and I was like, I'd gone through so many shows, Star Wars, Marvel, all kinds of stuff, and I was like, man, I need to find a new show to watch.
Yeah.
And at this point in my life, I was not like, I was one of the people, and I'll admit it, I was like, anime seems weird, because that was like mainstream. Like, if you like anime, you're weird. I didn't think everyone that watched it was weird, but I was very much like, I guess it is. I kind of accepted it. But then I was like, I want to like find out for myself. So I went and I got on One Piece. I went to
There we
Netflix
go.
and got on to One Piece, and I was like, this is a popular one, and let's start it.
You really started with like.
I started with the big
Yeah,
one.
the
Yeah, I
big
didn't go
one, the
small.
longest one.
And at this point, I didn't have Crunchyroll, and Netflix was really scarce with like what they had,
Right.
and the animes that they would have full seasons of. Because that was one thing, is that Attack on Titan was on there, but I didn't want to watch it if I couldn't see the other seasons. Like, why start a show and season 2 and 3 aren't even included? So I started watching One Piece, and I loved it. But I didn't get super far into it because I was then started watching Naruto.
Mhm.
I started out with the
Yeah.
two big ones, like the
Right.
really long ones, which was not a great choice because I'm still really early on, because I watched Naruto and then I sort of stopped watching anime for a while because there was other shows coming out that I wanted to watch, and it kind of just fell off for a little bit. And very recently, I was talking with my brother, and he was like, I'm going to start watching Dragon Ball. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
because my brother wasn't really into it either, but it was funny. Better Call Saul ended, and that was the main show that we were
Sure.
watching.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know what else to watch. So he was like, I'm going to start watching Dragon Ball. And then I was like, okay. The only place that he could watch it was Crunchyroll. So I was like, let's get a Crunchyroll subscription.
to, yeah.
We got the subscription. I got onto it, and I've never been so overwhelmed, but like in a good way in my life. I
Yeah.
was like, think of someone who was not raised with Marvel and Star Wars,
Right.
being introduced to all of it at the same time. I was like, there are endless possibilities of awesome stories with
That's
awesome
true.
characters. I love it. So he started watching Dragon Ball, and then I started watching Attack on Titan, and I got the shirt on and everything.
Big, big fan. Now.
Attack on Titan is one of the greatest. Right now, it's my favorite show of all time. Love it with all my heart. It, like you said, these shows have impacted me on levels just I can't
Right.
even fathom. And it's taught me character development and morals and all kinds of stuff. But even like with me, recently I've been getting into the gym, and I'll listen to the Attack on
Yeah,
Titan opening
yeah, okay.
over and over, because it's like this powerful theme, and I love it so much. So I'm still really new to it, and someday I'll get to where I'm like, yeah, I've seen all of Naruto, and like I said, I'm reading it, but I'll get to it someday. But that's the fun of it, is that I know that I'm in the beginning of this journey,
Mhm.
and I want to really just, this time I'm having where I don't know everything, I want to enjoy it, because someday I'm going to really know a lot of stuff about this, and I'll be like, man, remember whenever I didn't
That's
know
so true.
know
Yeah.
who like this guy was, and remember when I didn't know this story. And it's going to be fun because there's endless possibilities. There's new shows like Chainsaw Man coming out,
Right.
which we will be
We're gonna
doing
do
a
that.
live stream of, so
There
get
you
ready for
go.
that. But yeah, just the way it's impacted me, the stories, the characters. There's a character for every single thing that you think is wrong with you. There's
There is,
seriously,
yeah,
you
no.
think, man, I'm feeling sad today. Well, there are 50,000 characters
Yeah,
that are
right,
feeling the
yeah.
exact same thing, and they all got through it. So it's just a great way to teach, character development, like I said, and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, that's kind of my story with it. Like I said, I think it's just awesome, and I can't wait to see where I get someday, because I think right now One Piece is the show that whenever I finish it and whenever it's fully done, I said this in the
Wow.
first podcast, it's
Yeah.
going to be...
It's gonna get emotional.
Yeah.
It's gonna get
When is that finishing? Because I know we're in the final arc kind of
So
era of it.
it's more like a final saga.
Okay.
So like multiple arcs
Gotcha.
with the final saga.
Mhm.
I think the creator Oda
Mm-hmm.
said that there might be 3 more years of content.
I'll catch up.
But,
I'll catch up.
yeah.
But in,
I got time.
in interviews throughout the whole life of One Piece, he's been giving like
Really?
years.
Yeah, 20,
of when
20
the
years ago.
show's
This'll
gonna
be
finish,
done
and he's
in
like,
2 years.
yeah, I've been wrong
Just
so
keeps
many
going.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
So
that's what now that's
unclear.
something I love about the authors of a lot of this stuff is that they will, we got 3 more years, and then they write something and they get an idea and they're like,
Right.
actually, I can go on for another
Boruto.
6 years.
They
I
do
could
the same
see.
thing,
I haven't
right?
gotten to, obviously I haven't gotten to that, but is it a good show?
I haven't
I've
really
heard a lot of
watched it.
I've heard 90% filler stuff on that.
Mhm.
If you watch it, comment down below if it's a lot of filler or not. But
It looks good though.
it does.
It looks so
It
good.
looks real
yeah.
good.
Boruto,
Yeah.
I feel like recently, the recent episodes, I've been seeing clips that just look not good at all.
Mhm.
And I'll show you guys
Yeah.
the clips later, because I don't know, it felt like their budget went away at some point.
Uh-huh.
And I think I've read somewhere that it actually did get lowered. I'm not sure what
Mhm.
anime it was that studio was doing at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
but they were doing another anime, and I
It
feel
did
like
get lowered.
the budget for Boruto got lowered and that one got up.
Man.
So that's like recent
gotta-
times. That's recent times.
I do know that a lot of because I was around whenever the kind of beginning of Boruto started, so I did know a lot of people were kind of iffy about it because they're like, they just changed one letter of the name,
Mhm.
and some people are like, this seems like a cheap. Some people are like, it's a cheap knockoff. It's not. It's obviously just. We all know.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
But so I think honestly, like I said, if you do watch it, tell us down below if it's good. If we should watch it after we finish Naruto. I know. Have you finished Naruto yet?
I have.
And
Naruto and
I-
Naruto
I finished
Shippuden.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm the
It's
only
good.
guy.
It's good.
Got some catching up to do.
We might need to do some reaction videos of you guys just watching me watch the thing, and I'd be
you're
like,
gonna be like-
we're watching
I mean-
the episodes all together, and then I'm the only guy here that hasn't seen it.
I mean, I love rewatching anime.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
Rewatch it.
I've rewatched One Piece a couple times.
How can you rewatch one? That's so hard.
It happens. It just happens.
You just get on. You get in the groove.
You get in
I
the groove.
like
I know
it,
with Attack
but-
on Titan there was one day where I was like, man, I feel a little burnt out because I was watching only Attack on Titan. And then I was like, you know what, let's sit down, let's get some food, and let's watch it. And I watched like 10 episodes.
I know
Yeah,
that
you,
feeling.
the feeling of that to be continued at the very end.
Mhm.
Exactly.
It's one of
It
the
hits you every single time.
every time. I'm like, I gotta know, does he win the fight or not?
And they show you a little bit of the next episode.
I,
Okay,
I
gotta see
will, I will
this.
skip
Yeah.
through the credits and go to the next episode preview where you get a little like snippets from it. Oh my gosh, I
see
love
this-
it so much.
I see the snippets. I'm like, I can't watch the next one. I
I
can't
was like,
watch
no,
it.
I gotta
I'm
go to
like,
bed, but
You know,
But
it,
it's only
looks so
20.
good.
It's only
It looks so
20
good.
one
20
more.
more. And it
More.
just keeps on
yeah,
going.
seriously, it's crazy. But yeah, Attack on Titan is great. What would probably be the one anime that you watched that you think had the best emotional appeal to it? Really set the emotional tone, had characters that people could relate to. I know there's tons and tons of them, but probably your favorite one.
Okay, that's
Kind of
actually-
going into favorite anime, but also understand there
actually-
could be some other characters who are good.
I'll probably have to say Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, okay.
Yeah, because Tanjiro, his character development. I don't know, dude. You just have to see it because you haven't seen the show.
Mhm.
Right.
But we were talking about that earlier. How Demon Slayer is an amazing show. Season 2 is even better. Dude, Tanjiro and his sister Nezuko.
Dude.
Bro. I don't know how to explain it. All I can say is just like after I saw that, it just changed my opinion on a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just made me be like, okay, there's two sides to every argument.
Yeah.
Just look at it. Yeah.
I was on Instagram today, and there was this guy I follow. I can't remember his name, but he was saying characters who were shown as bad guys in the show, but whenever you actually got to learn about them, that
It's
like
more-
what
all more
you're like,
relatable.
oh man, maybe
Yeah, he's got a
is.
point.
Maybe he does have a point. So, for me personally, I think, and this is super generic and cliche, but I think so far with what I've seen, obviously Attack on Titan is great with emotions, but I think characters who display, like I said, bad guy, kind of both sides of the coin, would be Naruto. And one of the first ones was Zabuza, and I love him, and I've mentioned him in almost every single podcast, but there's something about him that he's shown as this terrible guy, and how he was like in our village, the way to become like a ninja was to kill all your other classmates and all kinds of other stuff, and you're like, wow, this guy is a jerk. And then Demon in the Snow happens, and spoilers alert for it if you haven't seen it, but he obviously is on the bridge, and he gets all the swords into his back, and he kills Gato, and it's like, whoa, this guy that I hated is helping us.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just cool to see characters like that, to where whenever they're really bad, and Zabuza's not good at all, and he even states it. He's like, where Haku's going, I can't go, and stuff like that. That stuff's super cool. And I'm sorry if I get any of the names wrong, but yeah, it's just really cool to see a character like that. Right now, other than Attack on Titan, I think Naruto has some of the best characters, and with what I know about Itachi and stuff like that, there's some really good emotional feel to it. So that's me. What else are you?
So, I think the anime that definitely has touched me the most emotionally is One Piece. I think that's the first anime I've actually shed tears in on multiple occasions.
I know some what you're talking about.
Over and over. So many moments. So many moments.
I gotta get to it, man.
And for me, for me to get emotionally attached to anime, I think the biggest thing is characters.
Oh, characters 100%.
And okay, so recently, I've told you guys about this. I put it in Discord. I've recently watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners, a new anime on Netflix.
Check it out.
About Cyberpunk.
I'm gonna check it
the
out
game.
tonight.
I
So.
have to check that myself.
Yeah.
That anime was only 10 episodes long, but it absolutely tore me apart. I wasn't crying, but at the end I just felt sick. But that's
I
in the
love
best way
those.
possible.
I love those.
It's
Those
in
are
the
the
best way
best
possible.
ones. Whenever it finishes, and it's not like you necessarily had to cry about it, but you're like, whoa, it feels like a part of you has been taken
Right.
out, and a new thing has been put in that place. It's crazy.
Like,
you got
Just
something
thinking,
to say.
I was
Go
just
ahead.
thinking, actually, I might change my opinion to Killua.
Okay.
Have you seen Hunter
Killua.
x Hunter?
I have not.
Yeah.
I haven't, no. That's
Okay.
another one to the list. I got
Dude,
so
it's
dude,
actually-
I gotta get to it, man.
It's good. Okay, so Killua,
Mhm.
at first he's an assassin because his whole family, they're just trained assassins. So
Mhm.
he's just trained to just kill, just,
Okay.
no matter what. Then he meets Gon, which is just a really happy spirited person,
Yeah.
and
And he just
then-
wants to hang out with him
yeah,
now.
they just they're just hanging out 24/7, and Killua goes from not a bad guy,
Yeah.
necessarily, just a little darker,
Yeah.
to a really happy, positive person, and I don't know, he just becomes brighter on the inside and outside,
Yeah.
and then he actually starts to like what he's doing
Yeah.
instead of just being I kill people, I gotta go kill people.
Yeah.
Now,
Now
it's
it's
I
like,
get
yay,
to
I
protect
get to go
people.
kill
I get to
people.
protect
Oh,
people who I love, and if I'm killing, it's not just for no reason.
It's not just to kill someone.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
there's an actual reason behind it.
And just a friendship between those two. It's just,
See,
dude, it's
it's very
brotherly.
heartwarming.
Yeah.
It's
heartwarming.
brotherly. They're literally with each other 24/7.
Exactly.
Another relationship I thought was great was Saitama and Genos, and
Yeah.
that one, at least what I've seen, it's very master and apprentice type, but then whenever you see little snippets of it, Genos cleaning the toilet and then getting food together, it's these guys aren't just superheroes. They're people too, and they have real emotions. And we all know pretty much the concept of One Punch Man is that Saitama cannot beat anyone, or no one can beat him. He can beat everyone.
Just one hit.
And
Some fun.
and that causes him to go into this depression state because there's no flare to life. Everything is just
Just one punch.
that's it.
Yeah.
And kind of seeing him get up and water the plant, and then someone gets punched across the highway, and he's like, "I'll be there in a second." And then he punches him in one punch, and then he's back to eating breakfast. It's like, man, imagine if we were in that situation. You'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I can punch someone with one punch. That's cool." But then it's like he just wants to find someone that he can even get a little bit his heart rate up. So I think that's a really cool dynamic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have the appeal for anime. Honestly, if you are watching this video and wondering, should I start watching it? What should I do about it? What would be you guys' like? Okay, you're starting anime. Watch this show. What's the one that you think would be the best for anyone new that's wanting to start?
Hunter x Hunter is actually really good. That was
Okay.
one of the first I watched.
Okay, Hunter x
And
Hunter.
That definitely got me. Naruto was the first one,
Mhm.
but Hunter x Hunter was like right there. It was
But
like the
between One Piece and Naruto, which one do you think that they should choose? Because for me, at least, I know I have one really long anime that I watch, and then I have multiple small series that I'll watch during it.
I think Naruto would probably be a better start.
Okay.
One Piece is really good,
Mhm.
but the fact that it's really long too, people are maybe.
It's incredibly
easy to-
intimidating.
Yeah.
I before I started got back into watching One Piece, I watched a YouTube video called "I'm wanting to get back into I'm wanting to start watching One Piece. What do I do?" And the guy was like, "It's incredibly intimidating, but you just got to do it. Like, don't think about, oh man, it's tons of episodes. Just think, okay, I'm gonna watch it and just
Right.
watch it, and then."
Yeah. Simple. as that.
Also think that if you get to Arlong Park and you're like, I don't know if I like this show, I don't recommend continuing. That's just me. I think Arlong Park is one of the arcs where it's like, okay, if you like it, then keep going. But if you find Arlong Park really like, this is terrible, you can keep going and check out the next arc, but maybe go to another show. Arlong Park obviously isn't the best arc in the entire show, because I know that there's gonna be better ones.
Yeah, Marine
But
Ford.
yeah,
Funny, man,
but
that's funny.
if you're really like, I cannot watch another episode of One Piece because Arlong Park was just that bad, I would maybe. Just me. What do you think?
I think like between either choosing One Piece or Naruto to go, honestly, I don't think you should look at numbers or anything or
Mhm.
what people say.
Exactly.
Just
Just do
would
it.
you rather watch an adventure anime about pirates or an action anime about ninjas?
And
Think
then
about it like
take
that.
that- exactly.
It should be as simple as that.
Yeah, you
And
don't got to
then-
go on all this nitty gritty stuff that I was talking about. Just you like ninjas
try
or
it.
like pirates. I like that.
And then you try it out, get as far
Yeah.
as you feel like going, and
Yeah,
that's it.
That's what I did. I watched One Piece until I felt, okay, I got to stop for a little bit. And it's not like I'm recommending you to stop.
Right.
But if you do feel overwhelmed by it, just take a break from it and watch another show. Because even Attack on Titan's my favorite show, and I still for a little bit got like, okay, I'm a little burnt out by it. I'm gonna take like a 2-day break, and I didn't watch it, and I got back into it, and it was perfectly fine. Don't feel bad if you have to take a break. Don't feel like, oh man, I can't watch it anymore because I feel like I need to take a break, or oh, I feel like I need to take a break. I guess I don't think it's good.
Right.
Just take a break. It's okay. No one's sitting there gatekeeping it, saying, oh my, you didn't watch One Piece in one show. You didn't watch One Piece. No way.
No way.
No one's gatekeeping it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Me personally, if I had to say an anime to start out with, I would probably go with, like Kenson said, Naruto. I think that's a good one to start out with. It kind of gives you a feel of what these shows are. I think One Piece is also a great one. It kind of just depends on, like you said, ninjas or pirates. They're both very similar with the way that they start with. They're very character oriented. They're very, okay, there's this guy, there's this guy, there's this guy. This is kind of like the story that they're going on, but each arc is something different and something really cool. So yeah, if you're really just thinking about getting into anime, first off, number one, do it. Don't think about it, just do it.
Go watch some
Second
anime.
off, anime is pretty much on any streaming service other than Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Find something that you want to watch. Look on there. I know that there's one show on Netflix that's like all the gods from different mythologies fight in an arena. So there's one where it's like Zeus versus one of the episodes has Adam as one of the first ones. He's like 00001 versus Zeus, and it's like
Is
a
this
bunch.
What, is this like Arcane?
I don't know. No,
Or
it's not
something?
Arcane. I just saw it on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called.
Is
but
it new?
Yeah, it's new. It's a Netflix original
Oh, okay.
anime. So, I mean, just find what's on your streaming service, watch it, and if you feel like, man, I really like this, then I do highly recommend getting a Crunchyroll subscription. And if you're like, should I do Funimation or Crunchyroll? Do Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll, didn't they bought
yeah, they
Funimation?
did,
So
yeah, it's
slow
better,
everything
yeah.
from Funimation will slowly be going over to Crunchyroll. And yeah, also real quick, sub versus dub. Should I watch the dub? Should I watch the sub? Me personally,
It's not a question.
I say watch the sub. I think the sub's better. You're getting the original voice actors, and you're also, I think that they just portray emotion better. That's just me. What do you think, sub versus dub?
I would also lean more towards sub, but
Mhm.
like
Do what you
like,
want.
Like we said, do what you want.
Do what
It's
you want.
preference.
You don't have to
Try
listen to
both.
what I mean. Yeah.
Try both. See what you like.
Yeah.
Like dub, it's too much, dude. They're like trying too hard to act.
That is one
It's
thing
just
that I
like-
think we
yeah.
all think is that a lot of the dub voice actors sound like they're really trying to do voice acting. So that's a little. You choose. There's moments in let's say Naruto that the dub is really cool. I think one of the best is whenever Gaara is with.
Yeah.
Is this blood? Like that's a moment where the dub is like, okay, that's better.
Mhm.
But I think everything else, the sub is pretty much better all the time. I also think Zabuza's voice in the dub is better.
Speaking of that,
It's just me.
Naruto. If you're watching Naruto and by the time you reach the tuning exams, like if you finish that and you're like, you just may not
hit
need
the
to
road.
watch
That's
it.
that blows my mind though, because the tuning exams I think is one of like the best.
Oh, I think
That's
the
what I'm
tuning
saying,
exam.
yeah.
like
If they think
most
If
that-
you
well done
don't
arcs.
like the tuning exams, then that's you might as well not watch it because the tuning exams is literally like Diego said, is one of the
Yeah.
best.
It's one of the
Arcs
best
in anime,
arcs. And I mean, it sets up Orochimaru, and it sets up it's just awesome. You meet a ton of characters that you're gonna.
It has
Um,
Gaara
yeah.
versus Lee.
That one is so.
One of-
I literally
Favorite
got,
fight.
dude. It's one of the best fights, and I'm about to read it in the manga, and I
Oh
can't
my
wait to see the
gosh.
art style in the
Dude.
book.
It's gonna be
Best fight ever.
It's so good.
And I mean the moments where Rock Lee, remember, and he's like, do you think I can take my weights off?
Yeah,
And they're
yeah,
like,
and
yeah,
then
and he takes them off. He's like, oh, they must be
everyone's
like,
come on.
he drops them, and they make a giant
Yeah.
dust cloud. They were that heavy.
So
Then he's
sick.
just
We're
like-
nerding out. We love it. We love it. But yeah, so just like we said, start watching it. Go to a streaming service that has it. Watch it, and then pick sub versus dub. You do what you want to do. No one's gatekeeping it. No one in the anime community is gonna, that at least is nice, is gonna gatekeep it. I mean,
Yeah.
Star Wars has people who gatekeep all the time, and that doesn't fully represent their community. But yeah, just do what you want to do. Watch what you want to watch, and go from there. And if you aren't feeling it and you're like, maybe this isn't for me, then don't feel bad. It's not for everyone, but it's also going to have some of the best storytelling, best characters, and I'll be slightly disappointed in you. Not mad, just slightly disappointed if you don't continue with it.
You're just missing out.
That's
fine.
probably the biggest thing, is just you're missing out on some of the best stories and
Exactly.
characters, and
The emotion
it's
with it.
all three of us. We have different stories of how we started watching it. I'm very recently into it, and I love it. And you guys have known it for a long time, so it's awesome. We love it, and like just start watching it. Just go watch some anime, like our motto, like our slogan.
After this video, go watch some anime.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I know
Listen
there's
to
stuff
us.
on Hulu, there's stuff on Netflix, there's stuff on obviously Crunchyroll. I mean, you got it. Just go watch it. Sometimes there's even going to be some episodes that'll be shown on TV. They're not going to be the first episode, but yeah, just go find some. You'll love it. It's going to be one of the best decisions that you've ever made. But yeah, that's going to be all for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. You know what to do. Go watch some anime. Like, subscribe, share this.
Don't forget to watch the other videos.
Watch other videos.
Exactly.
Yes, they'll probably they'll be up in that corner or
They'll be somewhere.
whichever
I don't know,
corner.
which
I can't,
one?
I'm not
You are
used to this yet. It'll be one of the
left,
corners.
right.
Somewhere.
Also, go follow the TikTok. Go follow the Instagram. It's going to be, I think the TikTok is at the ANIME-Niacs, and then Instagram is at Real ANIME-Niacs. They're somewhere on the screen, so we'll get that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you guys later.
Peace.
Peace out.